How do I choose my primary professional passion? I think it comes down to value to the customer or client. If I was to consider between A, B, and C, being A is multimedia, B is dance, and C is community with concepts and discussions, I think there is more value to people directly with a service that they'll pay for with dance. I think I'm way more connected in the dance community and respected, and I have, I think, way more probability to quite quickly convert lots of new students if I was to start teaching dance, as opposed to marketing my efforts in multimedia by creating all sorts of like creative and inspired video content for social media just for the chance that someone likes it and wants to hire me to do some work. My heart's not really there. Do you know what I mean? That's value to a few customers, and it's about casting a broad net and focusing on particular niches, like I've said before, wedding photography and corporate events photography. There will be a great deal of digital marketing required to target those niches, those markets, and position myself as a professional who specializes in those areas, which I can't because I'm pulled in so many different directions. I think the more I think about it and feel about it, multimedia has been a longer standing profession than dance, but in terms of direct monetization and value to the customer, I think dance is the clear winner over multimedia. So then, dance is it? Dance is it. Dance is the choice. All right. Because then C would be the kind of vlogging and the community building aspect of it, to have discussions. A podcast can be a platform, but that is also content heavy, and there's a lot of risk to be scrutinized and judged, because I'll be talking a lot about higher talks and the concept of that kind of podcast. And I think that subject is for another time, once I've got financial stability and I can still generate lots of ideas on the side and slowly build to my preference without the need of instant making money. Without that requirement of building a brand that's strong and getting my name out there. I think that can be done organically on the sideline. So it's dance then. Oh my God! It needs to be dance. Okay, so that's chosen. No take backsies. Dance is my primary focus now. It's where the highest value proposition is to the highest amount of people. I can start with physical presence, running workshops with my already pre-existing connections within the scene in London. I can, find places to rent, venues to rent, create the structures, the teaching workshops. I can, without even putting any capital down or building a brand, the first step is I can create just a handful of workshops of fundamentals, and I can approach existing schools and I can say, hey, I want to teach this. Give them the lowdown of what it's about and just offer my services. And I can negotiate price, but ultimately the first few sessions, the real value is going to be of the students recognizing the value, recognizing that this is unique and it's been missed and they want it more. Hopefully, I want to inspire that feeling, and then I'll be in a much better place, because supply and demand. You create the demand, and then businesses will want to help me supply that. And so that can be how I start as a freelance dance teacher, focusing on concept workshops for fundamentals, and I can just build on that. And in my spare time, using my new tech with my 360 camera, with tracking, I can forego the tedious and complicated mess that I was thinking about for vlogging purposes and these other projects on the side for documenting my various aspects of my life and my thoughts, the Route C. I can instead just very simply capture me dancing through and explaining my concepts. Scared. I'm scared, but pumped. Oh, this is weird. This is the first time I've actually forced myself to focus on one area and decide to just go through with that and put myself out there, because I'm forever torn in different directions, as you've heard. All right, dance it is. I'm giving myself permission to bash out the first few workshop concepts, and I will discuss this with Anna Jones for CBT. I will also mention this to my closest dance friends who know my passions and who will support me. And I'll bounce ideas off of them. I'll maybe practice with them. Yeah, I'll practice with them. So I can start to get excited with connecting with my closest dance friends who are my biggest supporters, the kind of core believers in what I could potentially teach and instill into other dancers. I'll practice with them. It will give me an opportunity to really practice and hone my concepts, because if that's what I'm preaching as part of the fundamental learning process when it comes to a physical ability like dancing, it's a multi-step thing. You have to have a concept, and then you have to practice and instill it and have it muscle memory. And then you gain feedback. You always test it. and you communicate and you learn from it and you kind of observe it within a vacuum, right? You scrutinize it, you deconstruct it, and then you apply something new, you give it a tweak. It's the same process as with UX. Anyway, I'm going on, but that's it. Right. Okay. Dance. I'm going to be a dance teacher.